Hello, Jim 12's here again. It is the 4th of April 2025 and I'm here on the Great North Walk in my local woods. I haven't been here this year and I'm thrilled to be back. This is autumn, but today is an absolutely glorious day and I'm just looking forward to unpacking an idea with you, and I'd love your comments. Please hit the thumbs up if you like it and think of an awkward question for me. I'd love that. Anyway, without more ado, let's get going. My title today is Democracy is Going. Now, I don't know whether you might remember, but Leonard, American singer, songwriter, wrote a song sometime called Democracy is Coming to the USA. And I quite liked the idea of that. I suppose when that song was written, the world was on a campaign to bring democracy to parts of the world which previously hadn't seen it. Anyway, I think today the song should be rewritten. Democracy is going, and arguably has gone. And yet, most of us don't know that. And we're in a bubble, as it were, an illusion, because here in Australia, in less than a month, 3rd of May, we have our federal election. And we've got the Uni Party, comprising Labour, Liberal, Nationals. I call them the Uni Party, it's not just me that's calling them that. And on the other side, there are the freedom-loving parties. And there are so many of them. So many, too many to count. And basically, they are not getting on. So effectively, the freedom parties are not an effective opposition. Very sad, and I wonder how that's going to pan out in the years to come. But let's look at now. The media tell us that we have the choice between the left and the right, Labour and the Liberal Nationals. But I don't think you can poke a stick between them. Yes, the Conservatives, the Liberal Nationals, are making some noises, perhaps thinking they may get some of the freedom-loving vote. But will they really? Are they really? Or are they in bed with the left, the Labour Party? Time will tell. Anyway, I'm not going to suggest which way you vote. Of course not. I wouldn't dream of that. And I just want to put some ideas before you. So, come with me back to England in the 1950s, 60s, maybe 70s. And my recollection of democracy then is that there was a very clear divide between left and right, Labour and Conservative. Labour stood up for those who were struggling. They stood up for the Labour, the union movement. They championed the National Health Service. Yeah, they were all about recovery after World War II and helping England get back on its feet. And then on the other side, the Conservative side, you had policies that supported large business and small business, but above all wanted small government. Whereas on the left, Labour, they were wanting maybe not consciously, but they were wanting large government. And so the populace voted at elections. Do we want to go left or do we want to go right? And the politics of the country swung left and right, and nicely balanced. It really did. Now, yes, I'm looking back through many decades, and I guess rose-tinted spectacles, but it felt like, I believe it really did feel like a democracy, and the media held whoever was in charge to account, and they were not in bed with the media. Anyway, so that was post-war England as a comparison. Today, I think we have an illusion of democracy. And every single day on the legacy media here in Australia, you will hear the portrayal of left versus right, Labour versus Liberal Nationals. And yes, they will eke out differences to make it an illusion that there is something to vote for. And rarely will they ever mention any of the other minor parties. And that will be a huge challenge for them to get any airspace, any coverage at all. So if those two parties, those two major parties, are one and there's nothing to poke between them, then we are not voting for what actually is the agenda, the ideology, once the dismantling of the Judeo-Christian values of our society, and we are now beholden to the new ideology. So I think the new ideologists or ideologues are creating a smokescreen for us to focus on because we can't see further than the smoke. For example, DEI, diversity, equity and inclusion. Who wouldn't want to celebrate diversity, equality and inclusion? Of course, any sane, nice, caring person could not object to that. Tick. Another one is environmental protection. Who would not want to protect this pristine environment from the ravages of potential climate catastrophe? Tick. Who would not want to embrace the brilliance and the benefits of artificial intelligence? Tick. But I put it to you, the actual agenda can be seen if we look at a few examples. I live very close to a metro station, and the prospect of 20-story plus tower blocks going in around every single metro station is just amazing. And not just the potential of them, they're going up as I speak. They are rising into the sky because of the agenda of the 15-minute city. So people will talk and rant and rave about there'll be gridlock on the roads because of all the cars. Will the people living in these tower blocks have a car? Will they build car parks underneath these tower blocks for everybody to have two cars? I doubt it. So do we want 15-minute cities where we actually don't ever go beyond 15-minute walking or maybe cycling from our home? Another one of an actual agenda I came across a month or so ago, the closure of a third of the national parks by 2030. To protect the environment? But of course there won't be the people going out there to have recreational activities and enjoy nature, because they'll be locked into their 15-minute cities. Maybe I'm being alarmist, but time will tell. I am amazed actually at the amount of air traffic that is still going on, because I have a sneaking suspicion that the environmentalists will target air travel in a very big way in the years to come, and there won't be that many planes flying overhead. So what is it? The agenda, I think, is to support the lifestyle of the global elites, emphasis global elites, who will still fly around the world, absolutely in the lap of luxury, versus the consumers, you and me, who won't be permitted to travel far. We will be marooned in our 15-minute cities, but we probably won't feel it too badly, because we have been programmed to accept this on a psychological level, that this is actually good, for the good of the majority, and therefore we will sacrifice our own freedom. Anyway, tell me what you think. Has democracy gone? Has it gone, or is it going? Is there a lifeline we can throw democracy and try and pull it back into shore? If you think democracy is gone in Australia, do you know of anywhere else in the world where democracy still flourishes? What parts of the world still might enjoy democracy? I've scratched the surface today, nothing more. And yes, I've been annoying and provocative, but do your research, have your eyes open, and see if you agree with me or not. God bless. Bye for now.